Hi everybody, good afternoon. My name is Allie Kintz. If you don't know me, I am an Emerald Ambassador with Plexus. I've been at this a little over 3.5 years now. It'll be 4 years this fall. So I wanted to hop on today and just chat a little bit about some things you guys might be wondering about, answer some questions that I've gotten recently. Say hey if you're hopping on. I would love to see who's here, who's joining me. Hey Brittany. I've gotten a few questions repeatedly recently, and so I wanted to hop on and answer them, and also some of the ones that got sent through the form that I posted earlier. And if you're hopping on here at any time, feel free to type something in as I'm chatting about stuff. But so I've been at this a few years now, and I'm not an expert by any means, but I have learned a few things along the way, and so I get a lot of the same questions a lot. So I'll go over a couple of those that have come to me recently. Hi, Rose. And I will attempt to answer some of the ones that got sent to me through that form that I posted in the original post about this live. So anyway, I hope everyone's having a good day. Happy Wednesday, right? Wednesday. So one thing that I got asked the other day, and this is kind of a subject that's a little more near and dear to my heart, is if Plexus can help fertility. And yes, it absolutely can. I cannot tell you the amount of stories that I have either encountered personally with friends or that I've seen on my team or other teams of people who maybe were having a really hard time conceiving, or were even told by doctors that they wouldn't be able to conceive, or were having a hard time carrying a baby to full term, and they were able to do all those things once they started Plexus. And it's really, really incredible, these rainbow babies that are born, and such blessings that come into these families, because leaky gut and cellular inflammation in the body can really wreak havoc on our hormonal systems, our endocrine system, and all of that. And so when you take Plexus products and attempt to reduce the inflammation in your cells, and especially the inflammation that is throughout your systems, and your endocrine system can really be affected by that. Your hormones can shift. You can see a lot of imbalances. Your digestive health can really affect whether your body is experiencing regular cycles, whether it's ovulating, whether it's able to promote the growth of a new baby, whether it's able to hold that baby and grow it and nurture it to term. All of those things can be affected by your gut health and inflammation, and your ability to absorb nutrients in your body and really deliver those nutrients to the places in the body that they need to get used. So Plexus helps all of those processes work optimally. So when you're getting your gut health, your gut microbiome in check, when you're reducing that inflammation in the body, you aren't having such extreme reactions to things, and your body doesn't experience such stress, and you're able to absorb better nutrition because your intestinal lining isn't all covered in toxic fungal overgrowth from an overgrowth of yeast, and all of that really plays into a woman's body's ability to ovulate regularly, conceive, grow a baby, and keep that baby to term. Have a healthy birth at that, because our babies will take on all the imbalances that we have in our body. So when we are growing that baby inside of us, mamas, they are getting all the stuff that we have going on. So you want to make sure your gut health and your shape nutritionally and your inflammatory issues are in check, just so they can have the best start in their life as well. Because when your baby travels through the birth canal during birth, they are populated, their microbiomes are populated with what's going on inside your body as well. And you might see some stories of C-section babies. They weren't able to travel through the birth canal, and so we need to make sure that even our little kiddos who might have been C-section babies really get populated with those good probiotics, and they are weeding out the bad stuff, and especially all the antibiotics that kids get put on with ear infections and all the things kids get sick all the time. We want to make sure that they have a vitamin like our X Factor Kids that has, all the right nutrients and probiotics for them to really populate their body with all the good stuff. And so there's so much that goes into gut health and making babies successfully, having babies, and keeping those babies healthy into childhood and later, maturing and adulthood. So I have my kiddos on the products, and I took the products through a Plexus pregnancy. Recently, I've nursed two kiddos on Plexus products, and I will say just one thing on the fertility front. Not that I had some really big infertility issues personally, but it did take us about 8 months of really hard trying. I was scheduling everything and really trying to get pregnant, and we started to kind of doubt when this would happen. And so it took us a while to get get pregnant with my first son. Once I started Plexus, I nursed him and had a fantastic journey with Plexus and everything. I can tell you my testimony later. But then when it came time to get pregnant with my second son, it was a one and done like that. So my body was in the best shape ever. I was so healthy. My gut microbiome was so healthy. I had less inflammation in my body. I was feeling awesome. And so I've really seen night and day what that can do for us in our baby making time and baby making years and all of that. So that is a huge topic that I just wanted to address, that Plexus really, really can help those people trying to become pregnant, trying to hold a healthy baby, having babies soon, nursing our babies, all of the things, keeping our kids healthy. So I wanted to touch on that for sure. And just some of the products that are not safe during pregnancy and nursing. That would be things with stimulants like caffeine, like our natural caffeine that might be in Edge, and Accelerator and Boost. And even Metaburn sometimes, depending. Some of those have special instances for people who might have some bodily imbalances going on. They might need some of the mood enhancement things and serotonin manipulators in some of those products. But overall, those things are unsafe. And Block also is another one that pregnant and nursing mamas should avoid, because the seaweed blend that is in Block has some high levels of iodine, which is fantastic for our bodies when we're not pregnant and nursing, and it's good for our thyroid and all these things, but sometimes it's too much for baby. So that's another one that unless you speak with your doctor and maybe you have gestational diabetes or something and really need to keep your blood sugar levels in check, I would avoid Block during pregnancy and nursing. So a little note about that. And if you have any questions about, mamas to be or whatever, current nursing mamas or anything, please ask, because that's something that we have a lot of mommies on this team who have either had babies or they're going to have babies, or they're, pregnant right now, all the things. They're nursing right now. We have a lot of mommies on our team. So we can help you out if you're wondering about that, or if you know someone who's wondering about that. Another product that I love during pregnancy, but anytime, like anyone who doesn't have a shellfish allergy pretty much needs to be taking Ease. I got a question about Ease, and I love this product so much. It does not get talked about enough. Ease is definitely a product that can help you get rid of those kind of aches and pains and muscle soreness after activity, or just general muscle soreness or inflammation from things like arthritis and fibromyalgia, or maybe you have migraines. Any type of achy, pain, discomfort type of thing, Ease is fantastic for that. But what it also does is further gets rid of the cellular inflammation in the body that can make us feel stiff or puffy or bloated, or just make us feel, bigger and rounder and all the things that maybe we don't want to feel. And it can help so much with weight loss, because when our cells are inflamed, even though we're doing all the other things in our life to help fight the inflammation and taking some of the other Plexus products, which work like just magic for that, Ease is like just turning that key to unlock that special ingredient to really get you meeting your goals. So if you're on some type of plateau or something, or if you're starting to see results but you really want to amp them up, I would definitely try Ease, as long as you don't have a shellfish allergy. Like I said earlier, that does have shellfish in it. So that's something that I love. I have loved it during my pregnancy, with all of the movement that can happen in your musculoskeletal system while you're pregnant, that a lot of things can get sore and move around, and you can get swollen and puffy and all the things, and Ease really prevented me from going through all of that. So I had a fantastic pregnancy with Ease, and I continue to take it. 2 times now, Plexus has helped me lose all my baby weight. And thank you, Corky, for your kind words. I feel great. So my youngest now is 16 months old. So we're doing awesome. And Ease is absolutely a part of my regimen. And somebody asked me when you take it. So when you first start Ease, we totally recommend doing a loading dose to get that product in your system, about 4 to 6 capsules a day for the first few weeks. I recommend them on an empty stomach. Most people take half in the morning and half at bedtime. But if you're somebody who has discomfort throughout the day and you need it for like the pain, then definitely take it as needed, 2 to 3 capsules at different times of day to help fight that discomfort. But I am somebody who takes half in the morning and half in the evening. So that works for me because I'm doing it more for the inflammation and puffiness and bloat that I am really susceptible to. I am really sensitive to even shifts in like the pressure outside and elevation and all the things. I puff up really easily. That's just something I'm really sensitive to, and it's really helped me with my weight loss and the way I'm looking and feeling in my clothes. So, but if you're a pain person, you can absolutely take it as needed throughout the day, but it's best on an empty stomach. So that is about ease. And then I got a question about what supplements need to be separated from each other. So earlier I alluded to the supplements with like stimulant, like our natural caffeine in it, or any of the HTP mood enhancement products. So these would be things like Accelerator, Metaburn, Boost, Edge. Those things, you don't want to overlap them. Now, like Metaburn only has about like a 4-hour time period that it's really active. So if you wanted to, take Metaburn in the morning to really get your day started, but you have, I don't know, a long night ahead of you and you want to take Accelerator after lunch or something, like one Accelerator after lunch, then maybe separate those, really make sure you're not taking those together alongside each other because they both have caffeine, they both have mood enhancement properties, all of that. So Edge, Accelerator, Boost, and Metaburn are things you don't want to overlap because those 4 products have like caffeine stimulant and mood enhancement properties in there. So those are things that should be really separated, and work with your sponsor on how you're adjusting that routine with your specific products. But as for that question, we want to make sure those aren't overlapping at all. So that is that one. What is next? Let's see, I have all these questions in front of me. A fun tip that I wanted to give you guys. I forget to talk about this, and it's something that you'll probably realize the more you're in Plexus. It's something that we learned over time just by trying all the products. But something fun is if you're taking Mega X, this is another product. We don't talk about it enough. You should be taking this. This is a completely plant-based omega product that has 3, 6, 9, 5, and 7. It is awesome for heart health, brain health, sleep, stress management, relaxation, all the things. It's just so wonderful. It's a fantastic product that helps you sleep really well. All the things about Mega X. And I love that it's not fishy. But the thing about this is the Mega X bottle comes with this handy dandy, excuse my disgusting nails, by the way. My nail polish needs to be redone. This nice cap. We love this cap. It is so handy. And we put it on all of our bottles, and we label the tops of our bottles. X Factor Plus, sorry. So it fits, that cap fits all of the bottles except Edge, Vital Biome, and the big 180 capsule of BioCleanse. It'll fit on the smaller 120 capsule. So what we do is we order Mega X every month, and we keep the caps and we label the tops. And then we have a little box and we can see all the caps. This one's a brand new one. Obviously I just ordered this one, but, so we label all the tops and put them in a little box, and so, or a drawer or whatever, so you can open up and see them right away. Because some of the labels are pretty similar in coloring and stuff, and you kind of have to look at them. So that's just a little tip that we love in our house, that we open up and label all of them. We use the Mega X caps for everything that they fit on, which is almost all the products. So kind of a fun little tip there. Some other tips that I could give you are to really, if you're starting out, or even if you've been on this journey for a while, Brittany, seriously, go replace all your bottle caps, like that you can replace, except Edge, Vital Biome, and the big BioCleanse. The Mega X caps fits on all the tops, and I just label them, and so we just replace them every time we get new bottles. We just put the old cap on the new bottle. So it's fun. So if you haven't tried Mega X, get you some to help start saving up your caps. Because that's the only bottle those are on. Anyway, but if you've been in this a while, or if you're just starting, I want to make sure that we set the expectation to really give your bodies a good 60 to 90 days to regenerate all those cells, because your body needs that long to really start experiencing the shift that will happen when you start Plexus. When you first start the product, some of the low-hanging fruit will give you results. You might end up feeling a little better sleep, a little energy boost. You might have a little bit of cravings go away. But as you might increase your dosage of some of the products, if you're on like the triplex, for example, it's kind of like peeling layers of an onion, right? So if you increase your dosage of something, you might start experiencing something different, something a little different. So it might not be weight loss right away. It might not be bloat going away right away, but your mood is better and your cravings are better and your sleep is better, because your body will kind of work on things as needed for what's important right then. And maybe before you lose any weight, your body really needs to be getting some better sleep. Like maybe that's your problem, or I don't know. That's just a total example, but if you're under a lot of stress and your body's not able to really recoup and restore itself overnight, maybe it needs to work on some sleep first. Maybe before you're going to lose any weight or, let go of the water weight, maybe you need to work on some, boosting your mood better. So maybe you don't give into those cravings. So you might notice little shifts before you're seeing like weight loss results or before you're seeing chronic pain go away. Maybe there's some other things that the body needs to work on first. And so you'll notice that over time, your results will kind of compound. And at the end of about 3 to 4 months, you'll really start to see that huge shift start to happen. I'm somebody who, like I said, I was nursing. I was looking to lose weight. I was sleeping crappy. I had a baby at home. I was irritable, all the things. But when I first started, one of the very first things I noticed was that my sleep became really deep. So even though I was waking up with a little baby in the middle of the night, I was finally waking up in the morning feeling energetic, and I had been groggy. And so that was huge for me to realize I could go throughout my day and just not be irritable and groggy and like trying to go from nap to nap throughout the day as a new mom. And so I had set out to like lose some weight and not be bloated, but that was pretty life-changing for me. I finally realized that, wow, I had been like strung out on little sleep with no energy and so irritable for my family for months now. And that was something that was a game changer for me and my mindset and everything. And so really giving your body the time, because it really does take about 90 days for the body to regenerate new cells, get rid of the toxins and regenerate new cells, new healthy ones, fully. And helping that process through maintaining a proper diet that is not high in carbs and sugar, or at least try to avoid them, because honestly, what you're doing by eating a lot of carbs and sugar is fighting against your products. You're working against the products. You're sabotaging your results by eating carbs and sugar, because those glucose molecules is what is causing the problems in your body. So if you're using Plexus as an excuse to eat like junk, to drink a bunch of alcohol. Yes, I enjoy a cocktail, whatever, all the things, but you can't use it as an excuse to do whatever you want, because then you really aren't going to see results. And your body is not going to let go of the toxins. It's not going to let go of the bloat. It's not going to see the results that you need unless you're feeding it healthier things and also staying hydrated. Half your body weight in ounces of water a day is imperative, because your body lets go of toxins through a couple different ways. And one of those is urination. One of those is through bowel movements. One of those is through sweating, so getting some exercise. Another way is through your skin. So if you're somebody who started Plexus and you're like, I got a rash or a hives, or my skin started breaking out for a little bit, it's probably because your diet is not ideal, you haven't been moving your body enough, and you're not drinking enough water. That's probably the case. And if it's not, and if you're doing all those things, that means your body has some toxins inside that are trying to get out, which is amazing. That means we're so happy you're doing Plexus, because that means your body is trying to work some things out, and we need to give it some time and really do the best that we can. Something that can help with detox is milk thistle. So look into that. And also talk with your sponsor about troubleshooting. If you are experiencing something that's foreign to you or uncomfortable for you, or maybe it's a symptom you've experienced in the past and you're seeing a rise of it, which is totally normal. It's kind of like some symptoms resurface and then they go away. Like your body's just trying to like accept it and get rid of it almost. It's those organisms in your body just trying to make themselves known a little bit before you're trying to get them on out. So tell your sponsor all of that, because there are specific ways we can adjust when you take your products, how much of your products you're taking, all of those things, and adjust your diet accordingly, because maybe some things are causing extra inflammation. Dairy is one of those things, but it's really inflammatory. Dairy products are really inflammatory. Again, avoid carbs and sugar while you're detoxing, because carbs and sugar, the glucose in them is directly feeding the toxins in your body. So you're really just totally working against everything that you're trying to do here with Plexus. So there's some times when we really want to focus on what we're doing and putting in our bodies in a really important way, especially in the beginning of our journey, because you're fighting so hard and you've made this big investment to get your body in a really awesome state. And we want to make sure that you're on the path to better health. And so what the great thing about that is when you get your body into a place where it is like a well-oiled machine and you are sleeping well, you have great energy, you're losing weight, the bloat isn't there, you're super regular, you can eat some fun things. You can have, that bagel with cream cheese for breakfast. You can have, 2 glasses of wine with your girlfriends on Saturday, or whatever. You can do the things, and your body doesn't react in such an extreme, stressful way. And you really bounce back really easily. Or if you go on vacation, I just went on a vacation. You eat the things that you're not used to eating. You're up late. You're getting up early in the morning to go do things. You're eating all the fun stuff, and maybe drinking some things. And you bounce back from that really quickly, and your body doesn't feel the impact of those as much as it would have, because it's in a good state that's constantly releasing toxins on a daily basis. So that's why we love everybody to at least be on the Triplex combo, the X Factor multivitamin, because it's going to be putting good nutrition in your body. It's going to be balancing out all your systems so that you aren't experiencing any of that stuff that makes you feel like junk. And so that when you do have some added stress, either in your diet or in your life, or in travel, or different times of the year, or whatever, even different times of the month, ladies, your body can handle that in a much more healthy way, and you don't feel the effects of that. A lot of people, a lot of ladies might tell you in here that your monthly cycles become much more mild. You almost don't even notice them, some of us, and which is also another thing related to fertility. We've had a lot of awesome surprise blessing Plexus babies for that reason. And so we are so happy about that. And so that's happened because it's just so wonderful to have a body that's so aligned and so healthy and so efficient, that it's working as good as it possibly can. And so when you have added stress in your life, it's easier for your body to handle that, and it wards off toxins, so you're not getting sick all the time. Your body's just constantly eliminating the bad stuff, so and just putting in the good stuff on a constant basis. So it's one of those things. Starting Plexus is kind of like brushing your teeth. You do it every single day, and you might go throughout the day and eat things and drink things and whatever, and then in the night you brush your teeth again, because you just got to scrub it all out, get rid of the junk so you can start fresh. But the more you keep brushing your teeth and the more you stick with it, the healthier your mouth becomes. If you take a break from your products and you don't brush your teeth for a week, well, they're going to be pretty nasty when you go try and do it again. It's going to take a little more work, right? So it's something you want to maintain consistency with, and you want to keep doing it. And so it's really important to stick with it. And if you're somebody who joined and you are, 2 weeks in thinking, I haven't lost 5 pounds yet. It's like, well, maybe your body needed better sleep. Maybe it needed to adjust your hormones so that you had better moods and you could avoid the bad food. Or maybe it needed to adjust your cravings a little bit and get that gut microbiome healthier so that you were able to avoid the unhealthy food, and it was causing you to crave less things, or maybe there's other things in the work first before you see scale victories. And a lot of times we even see people lose inches before they're losing pounds, because that cellular inflammation is going down. Those cells in the body that might be puffed up and inflamed because it's trying to physically protect your organs from toxins that we might be putting into our bodies through eating all that carbs and sugar. Maybe those are finally realizing, I can release some of that inflammation. So you might not see weight loss on the scale, but you might see that depuffing first. So all really important things to speak about with your sponsor, because there's ways we can troubleshoot your products to help you see the results you're looking for, and really adjust and become in alignment with what your body is doing, what the products are doing, and if we are helping them or hindering their progress, and how long that might take for you. Because if you're somebody who has struggled with something for decades, it's surely not going to be gone in a week and a half. So setting that expectation and really analyzing what we're doing in our life and how we can work best with our products is so important. And another last thing about consistency, I always recommend somebody find an accountability partner. It could be your mom, it could be your sister, it could be your husband. Mine was my husband. I joined and signed up my husband right away. I said, if I'm doing this, you're doing this. I kind of force fed him the products for about 3 months. And then he became just as addicted to them as I was, because he stepped on the scale after a holiday season. I joined in late October, the year I joined in 2015. He stepped on the scale in January and had lost 15 pounds over the holidays, which is unheard of. And so we were able to say no to the sweets, and he was like, I am in. This is awesome. He doesn't have as much of a beer belly anymore. He's just so excited about it. So all those things. So find somebody to do this with you. And yeah, it's super fun that you get a little kickback from that referral link that you might have made when you signed up, if you're an ambassador. That is awesome too. If you're interested in making some money to make your products cheaper, then that's a fantastic thing too, because if you just joined, if you're in your first 14 days, just 3 people joining you can make you up to $420-ish. If you're in your first month, that number could be anywhere between $175 and $320. And at any time, if you joined 2 years ago and you want to say, hey, I can find a couple people to do this with me, 3 people can earn you, up to $220, which would totally cover, my personal products at least. So, those are all things to think about if you're just wanting to keep with these products and you see what they're doing for your health and you want to make a little money back to cover them. That's a great perk of this opportunity. And it's always fun to do this with others because we keep each other accountable, both in this group, but also you want to have people locally that you can link arms with, like a family member or a best friend or a neighborhood mom or whoever, somebody you see all the time, whatever that is, we can help you do that. And we can help you share some information with anybody you might know who might have sleep problems, digestive issues, chronic pain, wants to lose weight. Maybe they're pregnant or nursing, or, they experience some skin issues or whatever the thing is. Plexus really can help, because I challenge each one of you today to look up the connection between inflammation and anything you might be experiencing, or gut health, or leaky gut and anything you might be experiencing. I promise there's probably some kind of link. And so I'm really proud to say that Plexus, in a very safe and natural way, is able to help us all get better nutrition and just really nourish our bodies in the best way we can and balance out all of our systems so that they work optimally and we feel our best, especially going into summer. So I hope this was helpful for everybody. If you have any more questions, please drop them below. I'm more than happy to answer them. I hope this is something that I can do again for you in the future. And if you want to contact me with any questions about anything I talked about, or ask your sponsor to help you in any way, because open line of communication is so key so that we can help you achieve your goals. So have a great day, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.